Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Robin and this is Knotting Hook Crochet, and today I'm here to share with you that I've got a problem. I have Crochet-DD. I don't know what it is, but my mind just goes a mile a minute and I'm 10 projects ahead of what I should be working on, and so I'm going to show you what is going on here. First up is this cable blanket. It goes like this. And I love the stitch, but I can't stand the colors. And it's like I cannot bring myself to finish it. The stitch I really like, but it's got a long way to go. So that one got set aside because I just absolutely cannot stand the colors. So while I'm working on that, I'm like, oh, I want to try and make a Mobius shawl. So I started this one. Wait, I don't want to lose my stitch here. Too late. And I started to run out of yarn. So I had to order more. So this got put on hold. And I've just never gotten back to it. This one, it's not a color thing. I love the stitch. I like how it's turning out. I just haven't gotten back to it. I'm doing it in a fan and V-stitch. It won't take very many more rounds. Kitty, don't do it. It won't take very many rounds to finish it, but I just haven't got back there yet. And then, again, my excuse is I didn't have enough yarn. I ran out. So I was working on this shawl in a mosaic granny stitch, and I needed more yarn. So I had to order some. It got sat on the back burner, and now I don't remember what size hook I was using. And again, losing the stitch. Oh no. Yeah, so I don't remember the size hook I was using, and I just haven't picked it back up. I want to say I was using a 5.5 millimeter, but I am not sure because that one is actually my favorite size. And I would have used a bigger one than what the yarn called for so that it would have drape. And there we go. I haven't picked it back up, but I think this is gorgeous. I love the colors, the sparkle, the stitch, the mosaic part. It's great. So while I was waiting for that yarn to come in, I decided, oh, I'm going to start to make an afghan. And I started on this one. It's got the African flower granny squares. Kitty, get off of there. I don't want any cat hair. I've got some granny clusters in it, some regular double crochets. Then I did some overlay work. No, Kitty. Say hi. And just rotating. And then when I get to the other end, when it's long enough, I'm going to put another row of the granny squares and then do a border all the way around. But why did I stop working on this one? Oh, I know the hook size on this one. I used a 7 millimeter because I am using an inexpensive yarn, which is fairly soft on its own. But when you use a bigger hook on the inexpensive yarns, it tends to make it feel soft. But I ran out of yarn. So just this linen color I ran out of. I ordered more. It has arrived. And I haven't picked it up yet because, oh no, I was surfing on Etsy and looking at crochet patterns and came across this one. I was like, oh my gosh, I got to try this. I love the pattern. I love how it looks. You know, the pattern on Etsy, they used black and white, but I decided I'm going to use purples because if I ever finish this, the person it would be gifted to they love purple. So This is a overlay mosaic, and it's a pattern of a cat over a fence. So this is 2 days worth of work. It's only 25 rows. This thing is, now I used a bigger yarn than the pattern. And when people tell you to check your gauge, I'm here to tell you, check your gauge. I didn't. So I used a 6mm hook, again, because I'm using a less expensive yarn and I wanted it to feel soft. And it's an overlay crochet. And on the back, instead of having open pockets like it does, I used what the crochet architect calls an anchor stitch. And I anchored my double crochets so that I wouldn't have those pockets on the back. Well, this is about a full skein of the lilac color, and about a half a skein of the darker purple. And so this pattern has 406 rows in it. I've done 25 rows. This is 7.5 inches on the 25 rows. It is 6 feet wide, which I don't mind how wide it is, but if I finish this the way that the pattern is written, using this yarn that I have selected, it'll be 10 feet long. What am I going to do with the 10-foot blanket? That's huge. I mean, some bedrooms are only 10 by 10, so it could almost be like wall-to-wall carpet. So I have this decision to make. Am I going to finish this like it is? Am I going to take it apart? Not sure about that one because every row is the opposite color. It's only worked from one side of the pattern, so all the yarn is cut. Each row is cut. And shorten the pattern, take about, say, 100 to 125 rows off the bottom of the pattern. You'll lose some of the cuteness on it, but the main cuteness part of the pattern would still be there. But 10 feet, that's just huge. I don't know what to do. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one I can promise you will never be finished. 5 works in progress. And already in my brain, I am thinking, oh, I want to do this and I want to do that. And oh, I want to try this. And I need help. How do you solve your Crochet-DD problem? How do you do it? Well, that's all I have to share with you today, and hopefully somebody can help me out with my Crochet-DD and tell me the solution. I just don't know what to do. All right, we'll see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.